In recent times, India's trade diplomacy has notched up several notches, in fact, simply because it needs to now forge better trade relationships. And on that, it's now holding talks with the UK, and those talks have gathered pace. In fact, they have now got a sense of urgency amongst the global trade conditions that are currently on. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman held talks with her UK counterpart, Reeves, with a focus on sealing the UK-India free trade agreement. Is a possible closure of a trade pact now a real possibility, given that Trump's tariff war on the global economy is a big push towards both India and the UK signing a trade deal? In fact, let me now quickly rope in Pratik Dattani to talk more on this. He's joining me from London. He's the MD of EPG Consulting Company. Pratik, what does it look like, the fact that there are now several push factors, both for India and the UK? An FTA probably looks more likely now than ever before.
It looks so much more likely. So it's been 3 prime ministers on the UK side who have said they're going to close a trade deal very swiftly, and it's not happened. Now, finally, we have a Prime Minister in Keir Starmer who will be in his job most likely for 5 years at the very least. And that consistency on the UK side coincides with the chaos that we're seeing from Washington. So I think both the Indian Finance Minister and the Chancellor from the UK side have this big shadow hanging over them, Trump's tariffs. So I think this round of negotiation this week, both on the FTA as well as the wider economic and financial dialogue, will be the most productive that we've had for months.
There's also been meetings with the Prime Minister as well from the UK side, indicating an intent to try and close some of these talks, which have been, as you said, have been in the works for a very long time. But what, according to you, are really the thorny issues that both sides need to tide over?
Yeah, so in the last few rounds of negotiation, there have been a lot of technical discussions, which is great to see that we've moved on from discussing the principles through to the very technical and operational detail. Tariffs remain an issue for the UK from the Indian side. The UK would like lower tariffs on whiskies, on car exports, as well as greater assistance from India in terms of illegal migration. India, on the other hand, would like the UK to open up its higher education market more, let more Indian students, but also help with UPI interlinkages in the UK. Another sticking point for Indian companies that have staff in the UK is that Indians working here pay national insurance, which India has argued is not a valid tax to levy because national insurance is to pay for pensions, and if Indian staff, let's say at big IT majors, are going back to India after 3 to 5 years, they will not benefit from pensions. So some of these things, I think there's a renewed focus on resolving them, maybe in this round, maybe in the next round. So I'm hoping to see some very positive announcements.
All right, Pratik, let's leave it there in terms of possibility of a free trade pact between India and the UK. It looks more likely now than ever before. Thanks so much for joining me.